Consumer Reports just published the list most car buyers never see. Out of every car sold in America, only 9 scored high enough that owners are reporting almost nothing going wrong. No transmission failures, no electrical gremlins, no surprise four-figure repair bills. This comes straight from their latest survey of over 380,000 real owners across 20 separate trouble spots. And here's the kicker. One car on this list goes to a mechanic for an unplanned repair once every 10 years. Not once a year, once a decade. Today we're counting all 9 down from very good to almost unbreakable. And wait until you see number 2. Because Consumer Reports' number 1 most reliable car last year isn't on this list at all. Not further down, gone completely. Once you know why, you'll look at number 2 very differently. Let's get into it. Number 9, Lexus NX. Let's start with the one that breaks the pattern, a luxury crossover that doesn't punish you for owning it. Consumer Reports gives the NX a 71. That's tied for the lowest score on this list, and it still lands inside the 10 most reliable vehicles they rated all year. And before you write 71 off, understand the scale. Toyota was the top-ranked brand in the country this year, and Toyota's brand-wide score was 66. Nothing sold in America scored above 80. A 71 is a long way above the room. The ownership data backs it up. RepairPal has the NX at $690 a year. Luxury compact SUVs average $859. 4 out of 5, second in its class. But this is the number that matters. Owners take it in for an unscheduled repair point 3 times a year against 0.6 for the class. Half the shop visits of its rivals. And the reason isn't complicated. Underneath the leather, this is Toyota engineering with a Lexus interior, which is the same playbook they've been running for 35 years. You can get it as a 2.4 turbo, a hybrid, or a plug-in hybrid, and all 3 share hardware with vehicles Toyota sells by the hundreds of thousands. Lexus also covers your first 2 scheduled services on new and certified pre-owned cars, which quietly takes the first year of ownership cost off the table. Now it's tied at 71 with the next car, so why does that one rank higher? Number 8, Toyota Highlander Hybrid. Because when 2 cars tie, you look at what it costs to live with them. Same 71 from Consumer Reports, but RepairPal has the Highlander at $489 a year against $573 for midsize SUVs with the same 0.3 shop visits. $200 a year cheaper than the Lexus for an identical reliability score. The hybrid system is why Toyota has been building this exact architecture since the first Prius in 1997, an Atkinson Cycle 4, an electric motor, and a planetary gear set instead of a conventional automatic. There's no torque converter to fail, no clutch packs to wear out. The regenerative braking means the pads outlast the car. Nearly 30 years of refining one idea instead of replacing it. And then Toyota built a bigger version of it, which scored higher. Number 7, Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid. Toyota launched this one in 2024 as the 3-row that people actually asked for. Genuine space in the back row, real cargo room behind it, and a hybrid badge on the tailgate. Then it scored 73, 2 points above the regular Highlander, which should be impossible because this is the newer vehicle. Normally, new means problems. Consumer Reports says it outright. The longer a model has been on sale without a major change, the more time the manufacturer has had to find the faults and quietly fix them. So how did this one skip the penalty? Because almost nothing in it is actually new. Same hybrid powertrain family, same infotainment, a bigger body wrapped around proven parts. Remember that when you're shopping, because it's the most useful thing on this list. New sheet metal is fine, new engineering is the risk. The next car has been proving that point for 50 years. Number 6, Honda Accord. This is the highest-rated mid-size car RepairPal has on file, and Honda earned it by doing almost nothing at all. 74 from Consumer Reports. $400 a year, 4.5 out of 5, first out of 24 mid-size cars. And their exact finding is that both the severity and the frequency of repairs are much lower than other vehicles. Not one or the other, both. The base car still runs a turbocharged 1.5, making 192 horsepower with a hybrid above it. Both have been in service for years. And for 2026, Honda gave the Accord new wheels and a bigger screen. That's basically the whole update. No new engine, no new transmission, no new platform. Sounds lazy, it's the entire reason it's on this list. And the car at number 5 has been running that strategy longer than the Accord has existed. Number 5, Toyota Corolla. The cheapest car to own on this entire list, and it isn't close. 76 from Consumer Reports, and RepairPal has the Corolla at $362 a year. Compact cars average 526. Every vehicle on the road, 652. 4.5 out of 5, and first out of 36 compact cars. 36 of them, it beat everyone. Toyota has sold more than 50 million Corollas since 1966. And that isn't trivia, it's the mechanism. 12 generations of finding faults, costing them out, and engineering them away. Every independent shop on the planet has worked on one, and every part is on a shelf somewhere near you. The most commonly reported problem? A check engine light from the evaporative emissions system. That's the worst thing anybody's complaining about. Before we continue, if you're getting any value from this video, go ahead and hit that like button, and drop the highest mileage you've ever put on one car in the comments. Just the number. Because the next one is a Toyota most people have never even seen on the road, and it outscored almost every car in America. Number 4, Toyota Crown. Most people watching this have never sat in one. Some of you didn't know Toyota still sold it. 78. And the Crown is Toyota's oldest nameplate, in production since 1955, brought back to America as a tall, lifted hybrid sedan that nobody could quite categorize. Sales have been modest at best. None of which matters because underneath it is the same hybrid hardware you'll find in a Camry and a Highlander on the same platform architecture Toyota runs across most of the lineup. All-wheel drive is standard, and the strong version pairs a 2.4 turbo with electric assist for well over 300 horsepower. Almost nobody bought it. It still outscores nearly every car sold in America. And that's the lesson of the whole list. Shared, proven, boring parts beat exciting new engineering every single time. It's tied at 78 with the next one, except the next one sells about 10 times as many. Number 3, Subaru Crosstrek. Same score, and this is where I found the most impressive number in the research. Start with the ordinary part. RepairPal has the Crosstrek at $492 a year, 4.5 out of 5, first out of 26 compact SUVs. Good, not shocking. Then there's the number I opened this video with. Crosstrek owners bring it in for an unscheduled repair 0.1 times a year. The class average is 0.3, all vehicles 0.4. One unplanned trip to a mechanic per decade, and this is the car that does it. Consumer Reports also named it their best subcompact SUV for 2026. But know this before you go shopping. For 2026, Subaru dropped the base engine and added a new hybrid to the lineup. The version that earned this record isn't exactly the version sitting on the lot. Number 2, Toyota Corolla Cross. It's a Corolla on stilts, same engine family, same platform, taller body, all-wheel drive on the options list. Toyota took the most proven car on earth and made it a crossover, which is exactly the kind of low-risk engineering that lands a car on this list. 79, second highest score in the country and the highest of any Toyota. But this is the one I flagged at the start, and here's the problem. Consumer Reports' own advice is to avoid brand new and freshly redesigned models because first-year faults are real and they show up in the survey data. And for 2026, the Corolla Cross got a mid-cycle refresh, new front-end design, updated tech. There's a precedent for what that does too. The Toyota RAV4 was Consumer Reports' #1 most reliable vehicle for 2025. It is not on the 2026 list at all. Not because it got worse, because a new generation is coming and the data resets to 0. So the 79 is real. It just describes the version before the refresh. Number 1, Subaru Impreza. The most reliable car in America is a compact hatchback that almost nobody is buying. 80 out of 100, the highest predicted reliability score of anything sold here for 2026. And nobody talks about it because hatchbacks are dead in a market that only wants crossovers. Subaru killed the sedan version in the 2024 redesign, and for 2026 they're cutting the top trim too. The lineup is shrinking around it. Mechanically, it's about as plain as a new car gets. A Boxer 4, a CVT symmetrical all-wheel drive standard, and a body Subaru has been iterating rather than reinventing. Meanwhile, it quietly beat every Toyota, every Lexus, and every Honda that Consumer Reports rated this year. But here's the kicker, and I'd be doing you a disservice to leave it out. Subaru builds the most reliable model in America, and Subaru is not the most reliable brand in America. RepairPal ranks them 14th out of 32 at $617 a year. Toyota is 441, Honda is 428. And Subaru's own worst model, the Ascent, scored a 41, roughly half the Impreza's number from the same showroom. So don't buy the badge, buy this specific car. That's what actually earned the score. And there you have it, 9 cars that Consumer Reports says are about as close to trouble-free as anything you can buy right now. And if you're wondering why 9 and not 10, their list included the Tacoma, and a pickup isn't a car. Everything else made the cut. Look at what all 9 have in common, because it's the only advice you really need. Not one of them is new. Every single one is a proven powertrain inside a body that's been on sale long enough for the manufacturer to find the faults and fix them. The highest score in the country went to a hatchback nobody's buying. If a car is exciting on paper, somebody engineered something new, somebody always pays for that, and it's usually the first owner. So which one are you buying? And if you've got one of these past 150,000 miles, drop it in the comments. Which one and what finally broke? If you made it this far, hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching.